Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
I-Axis Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Welcome to I-Axis Radio. We are the future of radio and podcast. Our reach is limitless. We embark on the now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is evermore.
Axis Radio, the future of radio and podcasts. No limit to what we do.
Do not fear. I-Axis is here to protect the sounds of our city. Let the music play.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're tuning in. But right here, we are checking into the Lola Shea Show, and I am your host, Lola Shea, right here on iaccessradio.com. So I want to say hi to everybody who's been waiting in the chat. I want to say hi to everybody on the lives, everybody on 360, everybody checking us out through all the platforms. I want to say thank you, and we appreciate you here. So this week's show, we're basically got to get into the Charlie Kirk situation, whole big scandal over at Roblox. Please protect your children, and life is lifing over here. Our Supreme Court has legalized racial profiling. We'll definitely get into that and some more things a little later on in the show. First, I want to take this time to shout out my supporters, sponsors, and the like. So I always like to start out with you, the viewer. Thank you for tuning in. Big shout out to the Dr. Dre Victory Foundation. They are doing great work over in the areas of diabetes prevention and awareness, and just letting you guys know there are options, there are prevention methods, and just putting the awareness out there. The idea that the amputation rates are skyrocketing is quite alarming. So I love the good work that they're doing, and I definitely enjoy working with them, so we'll continue to do so. Shout out to them. Shout out to first of all, any nonprofits doing good things in the community. Want to shout out East New York Oasis Community Garden out in Brooklyn. They're doing wonderful, wonderful things. Looking forward to the Halloween party that they have coming up. And they're always looking for donations and help, volunteers. So if you have the time and the inclination, you got a green thumb, please come out, check them out. They're always looking for help. So I would also like to invite you to go down and visit Amala Junction, authentic African and Nigerian food. Delicious food, great customer service, wonderful people over there. I Consistently wonderful food every time I go. I finally got to try jollof rice today, and it was not what I expected, but definitely very, very good, and I will be eating it again. I don't know why I thought it would be kind of sweet with the tomatoes in there, but that's what happens when you give yourself, you preconceive things without even trying them. I recommend that I wouldn't say try everything once, but in most cases, you try it before you complain about it or say you don't like it, Definitely that. So, just want to jump right into the topics for this week. It's been a really crazy week news-wise, but it's been a crazy 4 or 5 years, honestly, since we've been on a roller coaster since COVID. So, just hoping to help to navigate all of the craziness, put an ear for you guys to hear, and maybe you don't know what's going on, maybe you don't know what to do about what's going on, just want to navigate and go through it together with you guys. Because honestly, community and unity is the only way through this stuff. So, trying to facilitate that as much as possible. So Charlie Kirk, I don't know if everybody knows who Charlie Kirk is, but Charlie Kirk is a quote-unquote activist. Up until very, very recently, he was pro-Israel, anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-same-sex man. He was anti a lot. He was a very outspoken and seemingly angry individual. And from what I've seen of him of the past few years, he's pretty much spread nothing but hate in the atmosphere. He's not necessarily the most positive individual, unless you believe the same things that he believes, which is only the white man has a right to any form of livelihood, any kind of quality of life, and that everybody else basically should exist in some sort of subservient nature to the white man, which I abhor and wholeheartedly disagree with. But these are the things that this man preached, and during one of his appearances out in Utah, he was shot by what appears to be a professional sniper, because it was a considerable distance, over 200 yards away. It was crowded, wind blowing. Yeah, they had to account for wind velocity and all kinds of stuff. So when it happened, I was like, well, I knew it wasn't an African American, but apparently, good evening to you, Abby. Appreciate you checking in. Apparently, everybody was not so sure about what the nationality of the individual who assassinated. It was definitely an assassination. Who assassinated or executed Mr. Kirk? So then the fun began, and you had people coming out again before they knew who it was. They came out and condemned the who they thought it was. They thought it was somebody brown, obviously, based on the arguments. His wife came out. I'm sure every man in politics, when they look at their wife, they want a Jackie Onassis, in such instances. They want somebody who's going to uphold their legacy, who's going to show the right kind of face, if that makes sense. Who's gonna know what to say and when to say it and how to say it and when not to say it. Everybody wants that. Somebody who's gonna make sure your legacy is carried on in the right way. And I'm sure that's what they thought they were doing, but I feel like that they should have waited a little while and got more information before they started speaking on what they didn't know what they was talking about. So basically, they thought it was a brown person who did it. So they get out. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. My aunt is on high. Aunt Babe, Lenora Grant Robinson. Any relation?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, her. Oh, your aunt? Oh, wow. Okay, I can't. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't see today. Well, thank you, Al, for moving the thing for me. I appreciate it. So let's go back a little bit because I don't want to leave anybody out. First of all, hi to you, Tarot Vocals by Jamel Jones. Shout out to you. Let's see, Granite Lenore Robinson. Oh, hi, Auntie. Okay, now I understand. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm slow. Nobody should be surprised. Hi, Auntie. Okay, now I understand. Hi, Auntie. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hi, Trevor Williams. Hi, how are you? We got a busy chat today, so I got to keep up with you guys. All right, so bear with me. Hi, Tyra. How you been? How's everybody's weekend? How's everybody's week going? All right, we're getting started here. This is annoying. So I'm trying to pace myself mentally with this specifically because I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. I'm annoyed they came out and was like, his wife came out and was like, oh, y'all don't know what y'all unleashed on the world. Y'all don't know what y'all did. Y'all made his legacy bigger. You made his if you think his story was powerful before, wait till what, ma'am? Wait till what? He was a racist. He was a bigot. He was all of the things that you should not be. He supported genocide. And anti everybody. If it's anti-Semitism to be against Israel, then Israel is anti everybody. So he was pro anti everybody, especially Palestine. He represented all of the wrong things. This is not your poster child. And the idea that they want everybody to get all up in arms about it, past annoyed, I don't care. Okay, let me put that out there also. But it's definitely something that everybody is talking about, and everybody keeps bugging me about it. Think about it. Do you, first of all, before you start, oh my God, gun violence, he spoke violence. He projected violence. He used his double-edged sword, which is his tongue, to promote hostilities and disrespect to basically every nationality other than his own. Okay, so now when that violence is you don't have a say in how people respond to your disrespect of them. You really don't. You can say that, oh, it was only words. Well, some people are highly offended by your words. And everybody's not going to take it. Okay? So now they're sitting here trying to figure out how the guy responsible is, how he was radicalized. If you watch the news long enough, you'll be radicalized. And they know this. So I'm trying to, where does he need to sign up with did they expect the usual, oh, he went to sign up with ISIS, he was dealing with Muslims, that's the only way to get angry at the current situation. That's the only way that you can express dissatisfaction with the current administration, with the inflation, with the lack of health care, with the lack of proper education, with the lack of proper infrastructure. Some of these towns are straight up and down falling apart around their ears. Nobody seems to care, but they're looking outside for the radicalization. The radicalization is occurring right here, 24 hours a day, right here in America. Okay, if you look around too long, you'll become radicalized. It's not any particular school of thought you have to adhere to in order to be annoyed and frustrated with the direction that your country is taking. I don't appreciate that idea. I don't like the idea that my First Amendment right of free speech is at all impinged upon, but at the same time, you have to accept and acknowledge your responsibility, or his responsibility specifically, because you can't preach ignorance and don't expect ignorant things to happen to you. It's inevitable when you that's what you're putting out. Okay, I'm not even gonna go to clips of him because again, that's giving promotion to the negativity that he was notorious for putting out there. Okay, and I personally believe that he only got assassinated because he suddenly did a 360 or a 180, I should say, and started speaking out against Israel in the last couple of weeks. And it seems like anybody who speaks out against Israel or certain powers that be, they don't tend to make it very long. It's not really complicated. Either their livelihood is threatened and ruined and destroyed, or they themselves, their life is threatened, ruined, and destroyed. But that's been the MO of those particular people for as far back as we choose to remember. So while they claim victimhood and say, oh, everybody hates us and for no reason, and are consistently giving reasons for the animosity, don't allow your emotions to be hijacked by other people's agendas, because ultimately they're just trying to bait a race war. If you're being honest with yourself, that's all they're really trying to do. So I'm asking, don't let them do that to you, please. So, rest in peace, hopefully, to Mr. Kirk, and rest in peace to people who think like Mr. Kirk, who have the same mindset as Mr. Kirk, the same idea patterns, the same effed up mind thought processes. Rest in peace to all of them. Honestly, maybe we can start, like, if horrible things, disrespectful things, and when they malign whole nationalities, whole groups of people, that there's going to be some kind of repercussion for that. Maybe they'll think twice before they spew such hatred and stuff. Just maybe. And that goes for anybody. That's left, that's right, that's people who claim to be neutral. If what you're putting out is negative, then inevitably negative is going to come back to you. If you are encouraging violence, and if violence, whether it's verbal violence or physical violence, if you are encouraging violence, then violence is going to come back to you. That's just how the universe works. Okay? The universe, the man upstairs, whatever y'all feel like calling it today, that's how it works. That's how it goes. And fortunately for us, it works the same way the other way around. If you put out good, you get back good. So I try to put out as much as good as possible, as much as I possibly can, right? Ultimately. Just to jump right into topic 2, because we on a bit of a roll now. I don't know if you guys know who Monsanto is, right? So Monsanto is a company that controls, they started out with pesticides. And then at some point they moved on to agriculture. But they incorporated the pesticides into the agriculture. So basically, when you buy seeds from Monsanto as a farmer, Monsanto seeds are patented. If you know anything about patents, you cannot patent natural things. Things that God created, you can't patent. You can only patent man-made things and processes. So the only things that are legitimately able to be patented. So when you hear that a food product has a patent, just know that there's some very unnatural things going on with that particular food product. Okay, I don't care what it is. There's something very unnatural going on with that food product if it has any kind of a patent involved. Okay? So Monsanto patents its seeds because they have seeds that are drought resistant, they have seeds that are bug resistant, that they imply are bug resistant, because as you'll find out, they're not really bug resistant. But they have these seeds, patented products of Monsanto, not to be used without explicit permission, written permission of Monsanto. Okay? And a lot of your foods that you're eating right now are made by Monsanto. So we're not going to go into the different foods because I don't need nobody bothering my damn page. Okay? And they will bother the hell out of my page. They have a whole mafia. Okay? A whole mafia. The food companies, all right? So I don't need them bothering my page. So we won't be calling out any names, but Google foods associated with Monsanto and see what pops out. Anyway, so yeah, Monsanto sells the farmers the seeds. Now the seeds do not reproduce themselves. So you cannot regrow food next year from seeds from this year. Even if the seed is supposed to be a perennial, meaning that it comes back every year, it's not going to, because they've genetically modified it so that it won't. Okay? So that you have to buy more seeds every single year. Problem number one. Problem number two, the so-called bug resistance is not existent after a while. The bugs, God made everybody to get better, right? So everything adapts and gets better. So after being like first initial interaction with the plant, because it's no longer a seed after it grows into whatever it grows into. So first initial, it's going to kill them off. They're going to die. But the next generation is going to be immune to whatever it is that killed the first generation. Same thing like cockroaches, right? So you have to constantly keep changing the recipe. But they didn't change the recipe. They're still selling the same seeds. And so now the bugs are no longer immune to the seeds. They kind of, the same people who create glyphosate, which is a Roundup, because they've been sued so many times that everybody knows, don't be using that stuff. Okay, it has residual effects. It soaks into the ground. It contaminates the food, and after a while, the bugs get a resistance to it. So you're using it for absolutely no reason, because it's not gonna affect them in any way after a while. Now they know that. They don't care. They want you to buy the glyphosate, the seed that has the glyphosate already in there, so that you don't have to buy. So, I don't want to use pesticides on my food. So you can buy these seeds that don't need any pesticides. They naturally keep the bugs away. So you buy it and you plant it, and now you contaminated your soil. Your food is not non-GMO for damn sure, and the negative effects on the people who eat the food, they're now coming out and admitting that this is where the cancer and the autoimmune diseases, a lot of the allergies, which is an autoimmune response, all of these diseases that didn't exist 30, 40, 50 years ago, a lot of them are coming from the chemicals that they're putting in your food, the excessive dyes that they're putting in your food, which is why shout out to Robert Kennedy Jr. for making it illegal to have certain dyes in the food now over here. These dyes and chemicals have already been banned in hundreds of other countries. We're like one of the last countries that doesn't seem to care about the health and wellness of its own people. But that's because we're also one of the only countries that has such an open market when it comes to pharmaceuticals. So the pharmaceutical company can't make the money if they don't have sick people to to appeal to. So they have to have a sick population. So they keep a sick population. And once you know this, then you stop eating certain stuff, you stop drinking certain stuff, you stop living a sedentary lifestyle, you start moving around more, you start becoming more conscious, getting outside in the air, getting vitamin D in your life, getting sunshine in your life, also known as vitamin D. It becomes a day by day, day after day, consistent endeavor to keep yourself healthy, especially as we're getting older. Most of my audience is of a certain age. We don't like to talk about those ages. We just are. But let's see. It says cancer is coming from the sick animals. It's in the chicken, beef, turkey, pork, and lastly fish. Child, everything is in. If the animals are eating other animals and GMO feed, chemicals in their feed, and developing cancers, then they're not separating these animals from the healthy animals. They're not, and most especially and most importantly, when it comes to slaughter time, they're not separating these animals. Okay, so you're eating cancer-ridden animals. If you're not, basically at this point, if you're not growing them yourself, if you're not, if you don't know from farm to table, you have no idea the stuff that they're adding to the food that you're eating. To make it last longer, to make it smell better, to make the colors more appealing, to make it more appetizing, to make you want to eat something that's basically not good for you, ultimately, is what they're doing. Yeah, Tara, I mean, it's getting bad because it's getting to the point where you can't eat anything. You can't drink the water, okay? You're filtering water, you're not eating anything, you got a little garden in your kitchen, you're growing your own herbs and spices and whatnot, because everything in your cabinet, everything in the supermarket, everything otherwise has been molested. And the side effects are glaringly obvious. We are actually going backwards on the life expectancy. It went from 80-something down to 70-something, which I'm very concerned by, okay? We don't need to be losing no years. We're supposed to be getting closer and closer to the golden number of 120, because we're not going to make it past 120, because God said we're not going to make it past 120. Be mad at your mama, because you can't really be mad at God, because I don't think he cares if you're mad or not, honestly. There's so many people mad at God, I just have to say I don't think he cares. He's busy. I don't think he cares. He'll deal with you. There's a day for that. There's a day when you'll get to get your grievances on and say what you gotta say, who pissed you off, who did you wrong in your life, all that stuff, all that. Why you wasn't worth shit, all that. You'll get to explain, I promise. Everybody gets a day. It's a day. But right now, he's busy. Stop. People just do too much. So our skin is the largest organ. We are screwed. We need shower filters. Yes, you need filters on your showers. Can't get in ponds and stuff no more. All of the parasites and contaminants. The beach. The air. You need air filters in your home. The air inside is way worse than the air outside. You know, and only knowing these things are we able to pretty much fight against it, do anything about it, ultimately. So I want to give a shout out to Eden, who came to my garden this week. We had a really good talk. He's from the People's Socialist Party, which I didn't even know that was a thing over here in America. We sat and we discussed a lot, actually. Talked for about a good hour. It was nice. And they were doing a town hall kind of meeting, or just awareness classes, trying to get people informed about their rights as far as immigration's concerned, because now the Supreme Court has basically legalized racial profiling in certain instances. So be careful out there, honestly. They are targeting specifically anybody, which is everybody, because how do you really tell who's an American and what actually is an American? We're redefining all of that again, right? They'll be targeting specifically people who speak foreign languages, people who hang around day laborers or in areas where it's been known for day laborers to frequent, people near the border, obviously, in border towns. This is majorly affecting people in border towns. In New York City specifically, we have a little bit of protection because we are still technically known as a sanctuary city. But as you know by what has happened over in Flatbush and other areas, it's not really holding up that far. Now, them Haitians over there in Flatbush was whooping the police's ass. I don't think the police went back over there since then. Sorry. I wasn't supposed to laugh out loud, but LOL anyway. But you had to know it was the Haitians. You had to know. They should know. They should do some history, because this is where racial and racism works against the racists, because it doesn't allow them to educate themselves to know not to go into Flatbush. Like, that is not the area you want to go in, talking about you going to be rounding up people for ICE. If they wasn't so racist, they would know that, okay? And they would be like, nah, that's not the place. Let's go to Crown Heights or somewhere else. I don't know, somewhere else, but not Flatbush. Not Flatbush, sir. But they found out. FAFO. This has been the theme song music. The FAFO, FAFO. Yeah, I made that up. But yeah, theme song music for this year is FA and FNOs. Because they F'ing and O's all day. They finding out all day. So yeah, okay, so we already had police hopping out on people because you look like you fit the description, Vegas-ass description. Everybody fits this damn description, okay? Everybody culturally fits this particular description. We already had a lot of that going on, and now they're gonna feel sanctioned to do so, okay? People who speak foreign languages, any foreign languages, are going to be targeted. It's, and I don't know, like, when they finish with Group A, they just move on to Group B through Z. So don't expect any kind of protections just because they aren't bothering you yet. I just want to say that as well. So right now, I'm going to take this time out to lighten the mood a little bit, because the next topic, I'm going to have to do some kind of breathing exercises for the next topic. But, yeah, we're going to do some music videos real quick. Shout out to everybody who submits music videos. You can submit the music videos to the show, specifically at lolashay show@gmail.com. Or you can submit them right here at the station, iaccessradio.com. One way or another, just make sure it's an MP4 format for music videos, MP3 formats for just music. And, yeah, try if you can, get me the cleanest version because I don't like getting striped. It's not fun. Sometimes they take down my whole episode, so we don't want that. Money is being spent to make this happen, and I don't like the idea of it being a waste. So certain things get me flagged, so I tiptoe around certain stuff, and I'm just flat out not gonna say I'm not allowed to, because yeah, I can be a rebel and try to do it anyway, but they're gonna flag me. So it is what it is. So yeah, that, and we'll be right back after this video break.
you've been missing. I'll give you everything that you've been wanting if you listen. I love the way you put it on me, make my body shake. I'll give you shelter from the storm, so baby, come and rain, come and rain, rain on me. Boy, I really love it when you rain on me. 'Cause I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on me. Rain on me. Rain on me, baby. Caressing on my body, watching how you kiss it slow. Need you to do me right. Ease into my overflow, hush me out as my hands calm down, trembling at your tongue. What we going round? Love when you hit it right. What's that? What's this? Saying to me you wanna fall in love. Grip it tight, you can't get enough. Wait for me now, almost finished. Lose myself every time you in it. Oh, you take my soul from me when you all on me. Make it rain on me. Rain on me. Boy, I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on me. Take your time with me, no. Rain on me. And if I beg you, please fulfill my fantasy. Rain on me. Take your time, no. Rain on me. Boy, I really love it when you rain on me. 'Cause I want you to just, and I need you to just rain on
Yeah, keep it a rap, nigga. I want my brother back in this bitch with me. Trapping hard for the, yeah, trapping, yeah, trapping, yeah, trapping hard, yeah, trapping hard, yeah, trapping hard, yeah, hard, yeah, trapping hard, yeah,
Did summer, I just canceled summer. I got shit to do. Priority. Come first before you play. Please don't be a fool. Hot-headed niggas on alert. Please don't lose your cool. God gave you brains for a reason. Exercise your tool. Anyway, my plans for the day. Run up Apple Pay. Get a couple bags and get them all. Then get out the way. Even chef it up around this bitch. You come get a plate. You can hit my line 1,000 times. I'm gon' get you straight. My daughter's about to graduate from school. Gotta get this shit. I'm the only man she banking on, so I stay on this. Real in the field, niggas fighting this inflation. The two on which I got pilots, I'm pushing in rotation. I hustle hard every day, I gotta earn every week. Money circulating, gotta make this cash while I'm sleep. These ain't gotta eat, I'm just preparing the table. No more being broke, I gotta be financially stable. I'm trapping hard for the summer. I'm trapping hard for the summer. I'm trapping hard for the summer. Hard for the summer. Trapping hard for the summer. Yeah. Woo.
365, I need motion, promotion, the plug told me double up. Ooh. Bitch, I'm the coach, I'm the quarterback, play your position, I'll huddle up. Ooh. I used to hustle for fun on the side till my trapping went out of there. Now all my hoes, they be bitches, she really just pissed, I don't fuck with her. 24 hours a day, every minute, I get it. Tonight in the morning, I flip it. I told these niggas I'm quitting to get a reaction, like really the nerve of this nigga. Trapped in the spring through the summer, the winter, just me get my digit. Just me get my digit. Been having zips in the city, your mama shop with me, your daddy be spending.
I hustle hard every day, I gotta earn every week. Money circulating, gotta make this cash while I sleep. Cause the team gotta eat, I'm just preparing the table. No more being broke, I gotta be financially stable. I'm trapping hard for the summer. Oh, yo, mama.
Ain't no fun in starting over. I give in chance and chance, feel like my luck is running over. People say it's a bad romance, let's keep on dancing for the moment. You be the type to distract my plans, put me in a trance and leave me open. Lose my track of staying focused. Your pheromones got me hypnotized, I can't describe. The thing you say, you make me fall in line. I start on you, you break my pride. I built it up and now it's in disguise. Oh, use a drug, you keep me running back to back. Need your touch, cause we can't have enough of that. Say they know you and I can't hide, cause we do attach. Ain't no denying that. Swear your love is so tricky, 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 tricky. I cannot drain my phone for someone so iffy. It made no sense at all because you're so wishy-washy, wishy-washy. I'd rather walk and crawl below you're so sticky, 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 sticky. Stuck with you. We should've took the time to cut off our meter minds. But when we were in 20s, like our souls come alive. So sweet, like the nectar from the god tonight. Came to realize that life is good and divine. Why? I can't accept it's over. I thought we getting closer. So now I learn to cope. But first I need closure. Closure from you. So long to you. So long to you. My sweet. Love is so tricky, 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 tricky. I could not dream of falling for someone so iffy. It made no sense at all because you're so wishy-washy, wishy-washy. I'd rather walk and crawl below you're so sticky, 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 sticky. Stuck with you.
I'm praying that you guys are monitoring your children online. I noticed there's a lot of parents that, most parents, all parents, you would think, all parents care about their children and their children's upbringing and their livelihoods and their happiness and their health and all of the stuff, right? And I know there are parents that, they go above and beyond. They try to make sure, the kids got the best schools and the best clothes and they're eating the best food and they're trying to make sure that their lives are enriched and they're getting cultured and they're getting experience and they're getting to interact with the world so that they'll be fully prepared to go out into the world as adults. But then these same parents give their children an iPad or a computer monitor or a laptop and just let them play. Let them have free reign in the wild wilderness hellscape that is the internet. I never could understand that. A few years back, we had something called ElsaGate, right? So I've known for some time that they make videos about, they take cartoons that we watch, like Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones and the Jetsons and cartoons that we Gen X grew up watching, and they make them into pornos, right? I've known this for some time, but it never quite dawned on me how dangerous of a thing that could be when in the wrong hands, basically. So Elsa Gate a few years back was basically people taking Frozen, specifically that's why it was called Elsa Gate. They were taking Frozen and other cartoons, but specifically starting with Frozen, Spider-Man, couple other cartoons I can't think of off the top of my head, but they were taking these cartoons and they were making them into pornos. They were making them into XXX graphic sex movies, but still a cartoon, right? And then somehow, because YouTube never explained how it happened, but somehow these videos got injected into the feeds of children. Not only porn, but graphic violence, murder, blood everywhere, graphic, very gory, very graphic, very extra, very unchild appropriate. And they were piping them in the feeds of regular movies. So you sit your child down to watch Caillou, which I object to that shit. Don't let your child watch Caillou either. A little disrespectful, rude, selfish, just a bad child to have your child emulating and looking at as if this is a good thing. Just I hated Caillou and I wanted to whoop him every single episode. Like, whiny little fucker. I wanted to whoop him every episode, okay? So yeah, anyway. But right after the Caillou would go off, because you done left your kid here to watch the movies just pop up on their own, right? Well, this movie's popping up. And now your child is traumatized. Because they saw some things they really had no business seeing. Kids was crying, having nightmares, acting out in school. It was a whole thing. And they really tried to brush it under the rug, which is why a lot of people still haven't even heard of it. A lot like Pizzagate, they tried to brush it under the rug and act like weird shit wasn't happening at this particular pizza place. All right, they already established that weird things were happening at this pizza place, that multiple people disappeared from this pizza place, okay? All of these things make a conspiracy, yes, but there's no theory once you prove it to be a fact. It's no longer a theory. So people got to stop with the conspiracy theories. It's just simply a conspiracy, which the definition of a conspiracy is a bunch of people, 2 or more, getting together to plot out an illegal thing. Whatever that illegal thing is, if it's 2 or more people talking about it, that is a conspiracy. If it's 2 or more people acting, to make it happen, then that is a conspiracy. Stop letting people hijack your brain with terminology. That's not how it works. A conspiracy is a conspiracy. Like, you go to jail for conspiracy? That was a real conspiracy, wasn't it? It was not a theory, was it? Okay, so anywhoozin, moving on from Elsagate, because they've gotten better over the years. This was a couple of years ago. Now we have pedophile corporations backing video games, okay? And specifically, your kid's favorite video game, also known as Roblox. So we got to talk about Roblox today. Because why is Roblox penalizing the people who are trying to get the pedophiles off of Roblox? Why is Roblox trying to turn Roblox into a dating site for children? Whose freaking children are dating? Not mine. Well, mine aren't children technically anymore, and they actually are dating, but that's not the point. The point is your children are playing Roblox. My children are too old for Roblox. Okay, get the point? So, children that are way too young to be dating, so I don't sound like an insane person ranting for no reason. Your 6-year-old is too young to be dating. Your 6-year-old is probably playing Roblox, asking you for money for Robux. Okay? Little kids is running up their parents' credit cards for Robux. This is a thing. So while they're being unattended on this site, which allows them to speak to strangers online, which, why would you want that? They say, oh, we have moderators that keep. No, you don't. No, you don't. Either that or your moderators are perverts too. Because it's too much going on. It's too much. And then the company itself seems to be protecting perverts and pedophiles. PDF files, excuse me. It seems to be protecting PDF files. Because anytime somebody speaks out against the PDF files, they don't penalize the PDF files, they penalize the person speaking out. They penalize the people doing the Chris Hansen Catch a Predator with the Roblox. They say, oh, you're chasing people off the profile, off the platform. Excuse me? Their support of organizations like NAMBLA, which is the National Organization of Man-Boy Lovers. They support perverts. They enable perverts. They allow perverts to actively reach out and touch your children. There's active grooming going on. If you don't know what grooming is, it starts with contact, conversation back and forth, getting the person comfortable with conversation. The conversations become more and more explicit. At some point, they ask for photographs of your naked child, and then they blackmail your naked child with said photographs. This is all very serious. Insanity is right, Tara. It's infuriating because again, there are people who are trying to counteract this. They try to get the people locked up, try to get them kicked off the site. They wind up kicked off the site. The site is actively enabling perverts with your children. So, do you care? I don't know. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Because if you let your child play video games unattended, I'm not trying to be funny, but my kids couldn't do nothing unattended. I wanted to know everything they watched, everything they was looking at, everything they was talking about. What's going on? I want to know. I'm watching it with you. We watching Blue's Clues. We watching everything together. Because if this is not for you, you won't be watching it. We watching it together. I'm a big kid right along with them watching cartoons. Saturday morning, after breakfast, cartoon watching. What's that cartoon? I never heard of that cartoon. What is that? I'm going to go find it and look it up. See what it is that my kids is watching. Because not only are they inserting adult themes into your child's movies, they are actively preying on your children. No, not their children. Your children. Your melanated children. Your non-melanated children. You're all spectrum of the freaking spectrum children. They are preying on. It is at pandemic. It's at terrifying levels of crazy. We are insane for still allowing our children access to some of these platforms. The insanity lies with us. Because how many times they're going to tell you, how many times are we going to tell y'all that this is going on and you still allow your children? How long? For them to say, y'all don't care about y'all children. They firmly think, and that's who they going out after. They're going after the unattended, the uncared for, the unloved, those with no fathers in the household, those with weak fathers in the household. That's who they're preying on. And there's a lot of people out here who know that that's going on, and they're purposely turning a blind eye to it. Because they benefit in some way. And if I'm lying, there wouldn't be parents, there wouldn't be mothers who turn a blind eye to their boyfriends humping on their daughters. There wouldn't be church goers that turn a blind eye to that pervy ass pastor, because there's no way he consistently perving on people's kids and nobody knows about it. It's no way that priest is perving on people's kids and nobody knows about it. People are enabling this behavior. And until you accept that and understand that that's a thing and that all our children are connected, it really is a freaking village, then then it'll continue 400,000 kids going missing every year. How come it's a consistent 400,000 kids year over year? The same people complaining about fertility rates and shit. It's a consistent 400,000 children missing every freaking year. In the 80s, it was milk box cartons. They can't make enough milk box cartons for the amount of kids going missing now. What do you think these kids are going missing for? Tea parties? We cannot afford to be delusional. We cannot afford to live in a fantasy land when we have been consistently preyed on. Consistently. For hundreds of freaking years. It's not new for us. So for us to be acting like it's an imaginary thing that doesn't really happen and that this is not an industry for some people is a level of ignorance that just completely escapes me. Because on one hand, you claim to love your children, but on the other hand, Roblox. And Roblox is not by any sense the only suspect entity out there operating. But they are the sneakiest for me. Because they create in this world for your children completely separate from you. Completely separate from you. Okay? The mental emancipation of your child from your authority. Yeah, that's what I said. The mental emancipation. You're not emancipate a minor. A minor say he wants to be emancipated from his parents. He wants to separate himself legally from his parents' authority. And where do you think these ideas come from? There are entities out there seeking to mentally emancipate your children from you. And I just pray, going forward, that we be a little bit more aware. We can't afford ignorance, Tyra. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. Our most precious commodity is our children, our future. The most important thing that we have. To hell with cars, houses, any of those replaceable things. Your children are irreplaceable. Their innocence is irreplaceable. We have to do better, I think, and I hope that everybody watching all agrees. Doing better is necessary. So, okay. Since I'm running out of time here, next week's show, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. All of the stuff we didn't talk about this week, pretty much. But yeah, next week's show is... Bill Gates is up to no good, as usual. He's over there in Africa. You know, I've got eyes all on Africa. Shout out to my Niger Massive, my Ghana Massive, the peoples in the Congo. We love you. Shout out to them for sure. But Bill Gates went over there and he tried his malaria project, and it just didn't take. They're getting smarter. Oh, they're getting smarter in Nigeria and abroad and such. And as Africa rises, so shall we. A very important part of what I understood to be the curse on God's chosen people was the fact that there would be no one to redeem them. That there's no one on earth who is capable of pulling them out of their state, the state that they were in. I say were because the curse is up, right? So there was nobody that could redeem us from our current situation. And why? And why was there nobody? Because we all were in the same predicament, okay? There was no Africa to redeem us. Africa was not in a position to redeem us, okay? Africa was struggling theyself, trying to hold it together through colonialism and post-colonialism and France. France is a topic all on its own. We'll also talk about them next week because they're on their way to third world country status, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The people who thought they was going to penalize people for being free, for the audacity of wanting to be separate from them. Oh, those people deserve to be in a third world country status. And a lot of so-called first world countries will become third world countries and quote-unquote developing countries as Africa rises. It just is what it is, okay? So I had to give that out. Get that in there before we cut it out for this week. I hope you guys tune in next week. Please take your times out to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the shows are on this platform. There are many shows on this platform. Feel free to check all of them out. I have my favorites, but I'd like for you to check out, you know, anyone that you find that you like, the ones that resonate with you. You know, I'm positive you'll find one. So definitely check them out. But let's see, we got Tara again. Hey, thank you again for a great show, great topics. The world needs to open up our eyes. Yeah, well, we are highly isolated, okay, and it's getting more so, not less so. Everybody is talking about globalism and how the world is getting more and more connected, when in actuality, the separation has begun. It used to be we all watched the same television channels. We don't anymore. It used to be we saw the same news reels, the same, we got the same information at the same time. We don't anymore. Okay, now your internet is curated, your television is curated to what you like to watch. You might not find out about something going on over here years later after it done happened. Okay, if they don't want you to know, there are more methods of them keeping it from you today in this age of technology, so-called, than there ever was before. So they are able to control the narrative more so than usual, and that means that it's on us to make sure we actively are seeking out information that's important to us, actively seeking out anything that affects us in any kind of a way. Okay, we have to be proactive in that because they are actively hiding things from us. So Tammy Hayes says knowledge is power. Absolutely. We perish for lack of knowledge, okay? And ignorance is contagious. It really is. If the average person does not have to use their brain, they will not. This is something that I've experienced since getting out of high school over 30 years ago. There are people who honestly say, I have not read a book since I got out of school. What now? You mean got out of school today? Or got out of school 30 years ago? because much has changed since then. And then everything is going over your head because you don't even know that they're plotting against you. Reading is fundamental. Knowledge is power. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you all next week.
It's sad to think we're not gonna make it. And it's gotten to the point where we just can't fake it. Ooh, for some ungodly reason, just won't let it die. No, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye.
Oh, I keep wondering what I'm gonna do without you. And I guess you must be wondering the same thing too. Ooh, so we go on together, living a lie. 'Cause neither one of us wanna be the first to say goodbye. Every time I find the nerve, every time I find the nerve to say I'm leaving. Oh, the memories, those old memories, they get in my way. Oh, Lord knows it's only me. Oh, He knows it's only me that I'm deceiving. Ooh, when it comes to saying goodbye, that's a simple word that I just cannot say. There's no possible way this can have a happy ending. I don't see it, baby. No. So we just go on, go on hurting and pretending, and convincing ourselves to give it just one more try. Because neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Oh, neither one of us wants to be the first to say farewell, my love, goodbye. Oh.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the Lola Shay Show.